Always moving forward without stopping. We are miracles.
This is Thảo Vi.
And she's MIธ์. Today we'll take a look at how social media has changed our life. Let's go! If you are using your phone, scrolling down your newsfeed and waiting for time passing by day, then there are roughly a half of the world population doing same as you. After the Industrial Revolution popped up, our life's quality has been elevated so significantly, and it's also time for our giant communication and entertainment needs.
Let me ask you, are you interested in writing letters?
Can you spend a large amount of money to send them a very far place?
Can you wait for 1 or 2 months for a reply? Undoubtedly,
it's a no. So that's why social network was invented.
We will show you some figures about global social medias to start our presentation. Up to now, the number of people using social medias had reached 3.5 billion, according for 46% of the world population.
2 hours and 60 minutes is the average time of each person using internet every day, and each one has 9 different accounts for every social network. And so we can clearly see that it's social media has gained in popularity when everyone is using it. So why don't we take a look at its advantages?
Communicating by social media is much more convenient and much faster than using traditional means of communication. Writing, for example, you can stay at home to contact with your family and your acquaintance. It really does its job when COVID-19 pandemic is spreading rapidly and everyone should stay at home to protect themselves and others. Social media make it easier for us to a broad variety of knowledge, as it has many aspects such as studying, soft skills, and news happening around us. As once again, it really shows its potential as it helps spreading urgent issues like environmental conservation, COVID-19 information. Last but not least, it's a real bargain when communicating by social medias. All it takes is just a smartphone, a laptop to connect with people around us. And there are no calling fees, no shipping fees, and no reach either.
But everything has its own advantages and disadvantages, and so does social media. Its disadvantages are putting us, especially Gen generation, into risk. Firstly, we spend so much time on social media, and it takes your time a lot. It makes our distance bigger and bigger. And some of you may think that social network bring us together, doesn't it? But yeah, that is just the tip of the iceberg. Social network brings us together, but it also pushes us away as well. The truth is, sadly, we are so addicted to social network that we can see that everyone is using their phones whenever they're eating, they're sleeping, or they're traveling. The next thing we want to mention here is the threat of losing our personal information. There have been loads of hacking information cases, and they resulted in serious consequences, and some people who were attacked made away with themselves. Nowadays, it's common to see rude comments and fake news towards well-known people. They're killing us both physically and mentally, slowly and painfully. Finally, social media is an ideal place for cheaters. By complicated tricks, they easily cheat on some people, and as a result, some people have lost large amounts of money and treasure. According to a research of Vietnam MIO in 2019 and 2018, the amount of some cheating online cases account for 58 and 61% of the total information attacking cases in Vietnam. And so that be aware of tricks online in order to keep you and your family safe. Social media is a double-edged sword. It's a perfect assistant for us to widen our knowledge, improve ourselves, and spreading wonderful messages.
But if we use it wrong, it will be a killer that can destroy your life at any moment. Be wise when using social media and make it a strong weapon of yours.
For the future of good social network.